Hi, I'm gonna do another underrated movie video. Okay, so the first is the Buttercream Gang. This is a feature film with our families movie, and they're supposed to be like religious, Christian movies, but they're not preachy and they're not lame and they're not. I don't know. I feel like the Buttercream Gang is a movie that anyone can watch because it's like about friendship and it's about like that kind of thing. And they do have a minister in it, and they do talk about God, but it's not like the whole movie. It's not like they bash shit over your head or they like try to stuff religion down your throat. It's not like that at all. Not at all. But it's just like we're Christian, and so there are some talk about it, but it's not like a big deal. It's not made the focus of the movie. And I think the message is really something important, and what I kind of had done, I have done, cause with people, because it's like you can be friends with somebody for a while, really long time, and they kind of go down a path that you don't agree with or that you don't, that you know is bad. You know it's gonna end bad, and you can tell someone, you can tell them that, you can try to get them to see it from your point of view, or try to put some sense into them. But if they're not going to listen to you, they're their own person, and they're going to do what they want. They're going to live their life what if they want to live their life, whether you think it's wrong or not. So there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can try really hard. You can try so hard to try to, I guess, save them or protect them. But if they don't listen to you, they're not listening. If they're just gonna do it anyway, then you have to have the choice of whether you stay, let them know that you're gonna stay. You're not gonna go with them and not down that path, but you're gonna be there when they crash and burn, maybe, and they need a real friend, or you can leave and never talk to them again. So it's kind of that kind of thing. Like, I've done that with a friend where I kind of was like, you can do whatever you want. I'm done trying here. So we're still friends now, so it worked out. But you kind of just have to let people go down the path that they're kind of going down, even if you know it's wrong. Because, like I said, they're their own person. You can't control what people do. So, yeah. And this movie, kind of taught me that. So that's kind of how I deal with certain things, certain people. Kind of like, you do what you're gonna do, and that's the way it is. Like, that's how it is. Like, I can't. There's nothing you can do about it. So, but I just love this movie, and yes, like I said, it's not preachy. It's like this movie, I feel, is a classic, kind of. Not everyone. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but like, I went on online and like people were like, "I love this movie," and I'm not even Christian. Like, it's good. Trust me. Okay, next is Wild America. This is my favorite John Taylor Thomas movie. I was obsessed. I love this. The only problem with Scott Barstow is an awful human being. Like, he is one of the worst people in the world. Um, so watching this, I always get like mixed feelings because Scott Barstow is an awful human. He's like awful, awful, awful person. I'm not gonna say explain it. You're just gonna have to look him up because trust me, he's an awful human being. He's also in Tuck Everlasting. That's also one of my favorite movies. That could probably be in one of these. And I love that movie, but I hate him so much. And I hate that he's in two of my favorite movies of all time, two of my favorite childhood films. I hate that he's there. I hate that he's in this. And I have to look at him and hear him. And it just. And I feel guilty watching these movies because I know he did awful things. And I don't want to support it, but I like the movies that he did. And I'm not watching it for him, I'm watching this for him. But it's just, he's there, and I know that, and I bought these two movies. But I bought Not Travel Last movies before I knew what he did. This, I bought, and I knew what he did. But again, I was getting it because I like the movie, and I like Jonathan so much, so I wanted it. And I did struggle with this decision because like I don't want to support Scott Barstow at all, but like so I'm just getting off now. But like this is a really good movie, and it's like I said, it's my favorite John Taylor Thomas movie, but I just struggle with it as well. Like I struggle with watching it because of that person that I mentioned. So that's how Devon Sawa. Devon Sawa is good. He's good people. But I do recommend it that you watch it, obviously. But just know that there's kind of a problem. So yeah. Next is Crossroads. I made a video a couple days ago, I guess, and this was supposed to be there. I picked it out. I looked all over for this so that I could do that video and include it, and I forgot it. I forgot to include it. I put it up on the Entertainment Center, and then I just forgot where it was, and I was like, oh no. But this movie is so good, and there's no one who had any issues. They're good people, all of them. Ralph Macchio was the reason I wanted to watch this in the first place, and I watched it online, and I've seen it quite a bit since then. It's just I love it. I love it. This is a little fun fact. At the end, Ralph is playing against the guitarist, and the guitarist that he's playing against is the one playing Ralph's part, like playing the doing Ralph's guitar stuff in the scene. And it's kind of funny because Ralph is supposed to be beating this guy, and this guy that he's against is playing his guitar stuff for him. So it's kind of weird that he's like, I think it's kind of funny. Like he's playing against someone, but the guy that he's playing against is like playing against himself too. So it's kind of a weird thing. It has Joe Seneca. I love him. I need to watch Joe Seneca movies because I love him. I enjoy when he comes on screen. I'm just like, I love you. He's like, I don't know. He just seems like a very nice man, so I like watching him in movies. Next is For Me and My Gal. This is really not one I really hear anybody talk about, but it's Gene Kelly's first movie. So, I don't know if it's like his first movie, like they do like a first movie and it's not that good, and then they get one that's really like their breakout and they're like, oh, it's their first movie. So I don't know if it really is or not, but they say it's his first movie, so. And it's so good. It's based on a true story, actually. And only two facts that they get wrong. And, one is that this guy that Judy's with is her brother. He wasn't her brother. He was her best friend. And then I forget there's another one that was wrong, but it's not even a big deal. But it's like they got everything right except for like two things. They were really small, so it doesn't really matter. But this movie is just Gene Kelly and Judy Garland were good friends. They did 3 movies. Yeah. This, Summer Stock, and The Pirate. I have all 3. They were supposed to do Easter Parade, but then Gene broke his leg, so the Fred Astaire took over. And I wish I could have done that together, because I like them together. But this is the introduction, and it's of them together, and I love it, so I recommend it. I'm gonna do one more video, and then I'm done. So,